Jaylen Brown has got to get his hands off Bam Adebayo as he turns to face him up here. He's no longer trying to post you up. Now he's facing you up. He's changing how he wants to attack you, so you have to change how you're defending him. You're still got your hands on him, so now this jab step gets you moving backwards. Open jumper. So Robert Williams III comes to help at the rim here, but Marcus Smart now is going to have to rotate to Kevin Love. So Robert Williams III can't just stand around now. He's got to get up. You got to rotate. Like if Marcus Smart's rotating, you're just standing around in no man's land. That's awful. Come on, Al Horford has got to drop higher. If his feet are set, he's in a defensive stance. He can stunt at the ball when Max Strus comes off the screen and recover. You're just letting Max Strus walk right into this. Come on. Okay, so this time Al Horford drops higher. Beautiful. But what is going on over here? Al Horford's rotating. Why is Derek White not here? Why is Jason Tatum just going to be staring at the ball? Stop. What is Derek White doing? Why is Jason Tatum staring at the ball? You got to see your man. Like, so this loose ball, yes, it gets deflected. This ball should be coming right to Jason Tatum. What was going on? Cannot have this nonchalance guarding Jimmy Butler. Look at Derek White. Stay with Jimmy Butler here. Look, what is he do? Look at this laziness. So now you're not ready to guard him. So now you got to come uphill as Jimmy Butler's about to come off of a screen. Well, look at, so you're already beat here. Bam Adebayo doesn't even have to screen you. So now Al Horford can't be in drop coverage. He's got to stay with Adebayo, and it's just right to the cup. You have to drop higher here if you're Robert Williams III off this ball screen. If your feet are set, you're in a defensive stance, you can stunt at the ball and recover. You'd have backside help just in case. Caleb Martin can't just walk right to his spot and be open without doing anything. That's absurd. Okay, so Jason Tatum does not want Kyle Lowry coming off this ball screen this way. He wants to force the drop coverage this way. Well, you got to wait for Robert Williams III to be in drop coverage. You're already trying to force Kyle Lowry here. Robert Williams III hasn't moved. So his feet aren't set. So on this pick and pop, he has no chance of getting out to Caleb Martin. So he's going to be late getting out. So now it's just rip and go right to the 10. It is insane in the Eastern Conference Finals for Robert Williams III to fall asleep for this long guarding Caleb Martin. Look at this. How in the world? Okay, Robert Williams III is again completely ignoring Caleb Martin and just staring at the ball. Jimmy Butler is setting a flare screen. Robert Williams has no chance of getting over it. Jaylen Brown has to switch immediately, and Robert Williams III has to take Jimmy Butler. This switch is going to be about an hour and a half too late. I mean, come on. I don't understand the Celtics game plan. Caleb Martin is a great three-point shooter. Robert Williams III has to guard Caleb Martin. This, not guarding Caleb Martin thing is a joke. Why is Marcus Smart gambling here? Jimmy Butler just picked his dribble up. There's 2 seconds on the shot clock. Why are you not just getting your hands up? Look at Marcus Smart. Instead of getting his hands up to contest this shot, he's going to gamble on a swipe down. Why? Okay, so Derek White is again, he wants the drop coverage here. Well, Al Horford's got to keep the ball in front of him. If his feet are set, he'll be able to guard the ball and recover. This is just layup lines here for Max Strus. This is a complete joke. I could have got this layup. Al Horford is trying to three-quarters the post here and get a deflection on an entry pass for absolutely no reason. So now when Bam Adebayo catches the ball, you're not actually in front of Bam Adebayo. He has complete access to this part of the floor. So now you got to scramble to get over here, and now you're flying backwards. Open jumper. Okay, for whatever reason, Derek White is opening up here and just giving Jimmy Butler the middle of the floor here. So Jaylen Brown's going to have to help. And then Marcus Smart can rotate up and Jaylen Brown can come back to the weak side of the floor. But Jimmy Butler's coming to the middle of the floor. And there's either going to be help there or there's not. And he's going to be wide open in the lane. So I guess for some reason the Celtics went with option B. This is a complete disaster. You do not need to switch this down screen. Al Horford just needs to get attached with his arms out so Jimmy Butler can't curl and Jason Tatum can chase over the top. Instead, you switch, but it's Marcus Smart that's switching. His man is not setting this screen. So Marcus Smart's not ready to switch because of course he's not. What? This is complete garbage. I mean, what else is there to say? Jimmy Butler comes up with this rebound. Why is Jason Tatum not sprinting back? How in the world does Bam Adebayo get ahead of Jason Tatum? Look at Jason Tatum. It's the Eastern Conference Finals, and that's the effort you're giving, and you're winning. Same mistakes are happening. Jason Tatum is trying to set up this drop coverage. You got to wait for Robert Williams III to be in drop coverage. You're already trying to force Kyle Lowry this way before Robert Williams III, his feet are set. So now he's not, look at this. So he's backpedaling instantly and has no chance of recovering to Bam Adebayo. Open jumper. Defending off of an offensive rebound or block shot is just like transition defense. You must communicate. So if Grant Williams is taking Caleb Martin, then Robert Williams III has to take Jimmy Butler and communicate this. And Jason Tatum has to take Cody Zeller and communicate this. Instead, you got Grant Williams guarding Caleb Martin and Jimmy Butler. You have Jason Tatum guarding air, and Caleb Martin's wide open again. Again, the effort is just questionable, to say the least. Could Malcolm Brogdon sprint back in transition? Look at this, is a light walk. Why? What is Jason Tatum doing? You're just staring at the ball, not seeing your man, who happens to be the best player in this series, Jimmy Butler. You're not in a defensive stance. So now when Jimmy Butler catches this ball, you're not even close to ready to guard him. It's rip and go right to the tin. Okay, so Caleb Martin is setting a down screen. Whether the Celtics are switching or Jaylen Brown is trying to chase over the top, Grant Williams has to be attached to Caleb Martin. This cannot look at this. It cannot happen. It doesn't matter if they were switching or Jaylen Brown is trying to chase over the top. Joke. Why do the Celtics continue to switch unnecessarily? Jaylen Brown should be staying with Duncan Robinson. Jason Tatum should be staying with Gabe Vincent. Why is he calling for a switch? There's no screen being set. So now you're not ready to guard Duncan Robinson. He comes off this handoff. It's just shoot-around time. Robert Williams III has got to have his feet set in a defensive stance, hands wide. Look at your feet are going all over the place. So you backed up now, and you have your hand in front of Bam Adebayo. It is way too easy now for him to get you to leave your feet. Good night. Grant Williams wants any chance to slide his feet with Jimmy Butler. His feet have to be set. He's fine right now. Why is he moving? Look, you're already moving your feet this way before Jimmy Butler does anything. So a little jab step gets you flying the other way, and Jimmy Butler's in the lane. Turn out the lights. Bucket +1. Okay, Grant Williams talks smack to Jimmy Butler and does nothing to back it up. Your feet are not level to each other right here. So if Jimmy Butler comes this way, you're not going to be able to slide your feet. You're going to have to twist your whole body around. See how he's twisting his body? So now when Jimmy Butler comes back up, you're going to have to regroup. Well, as you're regrouping to come guard him, you're going uphill as Jimmy Butler's going downhill. Nighty-night. Basic cross screen. Grant Williams needs to jam Duncan Robinson as he comes through this cross screen to knock him off a spot so Jaylen Brown has time to get on the other side. Didn't do that. Layup lines. Again, it is the same mistakes. Grant Williams' feet are not level to each other. So if Jimmy Butler comes to the middle of the floor, you're not going to be able to slide your feet. You're going to have to twist your whole body around. See how Grant Williams has to twist his body around? Well, now Jimmy Butler's in the lane. Bucket. Marcus Smart is switching way too early here. Look, you're already done guarding Jimmy Butler. There's all this space, and Jimmy Butler hasn't even come off the screen yet. So how is Grant Williams going to guard Jimmy Butler on this angle? So he's going to be instantly backpedaling, and now Jimmy Butler can get right to his spot. And next possession, please. The second Bam Adebayo puts a foot in the paint, Al Horford's got to be aggressively battling for position. You cannot just let Bam Adebayo hang out in the paint like this. Look at this. It's way too easy now for him to throw you aside. Easy offensive board, put back dunk. Okay, I mean, you have to do something about this screen right here. And Jason Tatum, it looks like, calls for a switch right here. So is this a switch? Is this drop coverage? Are you hedging? Like, you can't just let Gabe Vincent come off the screen. Jason Tatum's off balance, because he just got screened.